What must Arsenal do to make sure that they can secure the 3 points of Manchester United? That is what we definitely are talking about right here today at the Arsenal chapter with me, your host, Abu Gauss. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being part of this and make your person subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do know me certain whatever we've got to bring to you as long as it is sports and as long as it is Arsenal related. We're definitely dedicated to bring to you the latest right here at the Arsenal chapter, and we are definitely talking about a very sensitive point, a very sensitive thing. It's you all know that Manchester United and Arsenal are playing over the weekend. It's going to be a tight one. Is going to be a big one in North London. It's going to happen in North London. This is a game that is going to be an away game for Manchester United and a home game for Arsenal. You can drop your predictions and let us know whom you think is definitely going to win this. Do you think Manchester United has a chance of winning this? And if not, why do you think so? And also, do you think Arsenal is definitely going to win this? If also, why do you think so? Just let us know in the comment section. That definitely we can always have a chat together. Anyway, let's dig deep into this. What Arsenal must do to make sure that they dismantle Manchester United. Before going anywhere, let's talk about the yellow card that turned red in the Crystal Palace match against Manchester United. It ended in a draw. Manchester United drew with Crystal Palace, and that was definitely something that was quite good. That was definitely good. I can see Larry saying it will end 3-1. Arsenal will win Manchester United 3-1. Thank you. Anyway, going on, let's we're talking about first talk about the game that happened that led to a big is of a good advantage, big advantage to Arsenal. So you'll remember that Crystal Palace was playing, that was yesterday. Crystal Palace was definitely playing Manchester United, and Casemiro had already accumulated, I think, was it 4 yellow cards. And once you have, if you accumulate 5 yellow cards, that definitely means that you will be missing the next game. And that's what happened. So Casemiro accumulated 5 yellow cards, and then the penalty was not in the same match. Not in the same match. Of course, the same match is only 2, but different matches. So the fact that he has 5 of them, that definitely means that he is not going to be able to play against Arsenal. And that is one of the biggest things that Arsenal has to look into. It's a big thing for Arsenal. I think Arsenal is going to be, Arsenal is definitely happy about this, and Arsenal fans are definitely happy about this because he is a crucial factor. He is a crucial player for Manchester United. He's been playing quite well. So this comes in as a bonus for Arsenal, and Arsenal are definitely going to be happy about this. Definitely, Arsenal are happy about this because Casemiro is not going to be part of the game. So the fact that Casemiro is not part of the game, what is Arsenal going to do to make sure that they can use that as an advantage to make sure that they score a number of goals, or even use the midfield as a weak point for Manchester United? Now, the weak point for Manchester United is definitely going to be, it's definitely going to be this. However, it will be remembered that Manchester United beat Arsenal before without Casemiro, and that's one big point. That's a reason as to why Mikel Arteta should sit down and calculate properly, as Eric Ten Hag came out and said a few things about this game. He said they managed to beat Arsenal. Manchester United managed to beat Arsenal without Casemiro, and they will do it again. So, what do you think about that statement? Do you think it's going to happen? And what should Mikel Arteta do to avoid the embarrassment? I think Mikel Arteta has to do a few things to make sure this embarrassment is definitely not happening. And I've brought you everything that you need to know right here at the Arsenal chapter with me, your host, Abu Kals, as I'm more than happy to bring to you the latest right about here. So, definitely, as you already know, that Arsenal is going to be playing Manchester United, and on record, the last 5 games, Arsenal has won 2 games, and Manchester United has won 2 games, and then there's been one draw. So you can see that things are definitely somewhat balanced. Things are almost balanced in there, and I think definitely because it's going to be a big match, because it's going to be a very big one, a very big match, because Arsenal want to extend their lead from 47 points, to 50 points, to make sure they are far away from Manchester City. And Manchester United will also be trying their best to make sure that they can extend their lead and also secure a better one, a better position in the English Premier League. Anyway, I think Arsenal are the favourites in this one because they are at home. Arsenal are at home, and definitely that could mean that they have a bigger advantage to win this game. However, a few things have to be done for this game to be won by Arsenal. I think when you look at how Arsenal have been playing of recent, when you look at how Arsenal have been playing of recent, they've definitely been on form. They have been playing quite well. Undoubtedly, they've been doing very well, very well. They have managed to score. When you look at the last game between Arsenal and Spurs, Arsenal had a lot of pressure put on Spurs until the first goal definitely went in, and that was an own goal from Rollis. But it was not just an own goal, it was a strike from Bukayo Saka, and Rollis could definitely not handle. Rollis couldn't handle. Rollis tried as much as he could to save, but it definitely went in. And the second goal was from the one and only Martin Odegaard, who is a brilliant player, very nice player, and he is one that Arsenal definitely is looking forward to make sure that he stays at the club. The fact that we are in the general transfer window and Real Madrid has showed quite a lot of interest. Real Madrid has showed big interest for him. So I think Arsenal should think twice before they do anything. We'll remember still that there is a danger man in this game. We're looking at what Arsenal must do to make sure that they dismantle Manchester United. You will remember that this gentleman called Wout Weghorst is one of the best football players at the moment. He has just joined Manchester United from Besiktas, and he was a loanee by Burnley. He came from Burnley, he went from Burnley to Besiktas as a loanee, and after that, Manchester United had him for £2.6 million. That's what they definitely paid to Burnley. So he is there, and if you've watched the World Cup, you can see how dangerous he can be. He is a good football player, undoubtedly. He can be very dangerous, and in case Arsenal want to win this game, because he is most likely going to be part of what is going to be part of the team. I'm going to be bringing to you later on, just in a few minutes. I'm going to be bringing to you the predicted lineup, who is going to be there possibly and who is not going to be there, for both sides, to compare and see who should they play and who should they not play, as I'll bring to you the predicted lineups for Manchester United and predicted lineup for the club Arsenal, to see who will be in better shape, who will play and who will not. And obviously we can confirm to you that Casemiro for Manchester United is not going to be available for that game. But with Arsenal players, one who is obviously not available, that's Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus, with that injury that could last up to 3 months, is definitely not going to be available. However, a few things have to be put in consideration, that possibly Arsenal need to score as many goals as they can try their level best to make sure they can press in the first half and possibly score 1 or 2 goals as quick as they can. Get that early goal, and after getting that early goal, they can possibly given they can score yet another goal, second goal that could be 2-0, and that definitely that will mean there is something that will have been done to stop them. They need to get an early goal because Manchester United is very dangerous when it comes to attacking. They are playing quite well. They've got a danger man, Marcus Rashford. I must say they've got a danger man, Marcus Rashford, who's been playing brilliantly before. He scored quite a number of goals. He's been scoring in almost every game, apart from the game that happened between Crystal Palace and Manchester United, a game that definitely happened yesterday, and it ended 1-1, and he didn't score. But I can assure you that he will be on this game. So, as I've told you, Manchester United will be facing Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Thank you for being part of this podcast. It is the Arsenal chapter with me, your host, Abu Kalzas. I'm more than dedicated to bringing to you the latest right about here so that you do not miss out on whatever we've got to bring to you as long as it is sports and as long as it is Arsenal related. At the Arsenal chapter, we're definitely dedicated to bring to you the latest right about here. As of 4th August, I think William Saliba will be in position. We need to see who is. We need to get to conclusion and see who will stop 4th August and also who will stop Marcus Rashford in the Arsenal squad, who is capable of stopping Bruno Fernandes, because all these football players are definitely going to be on. The fact that Casemiro is off, that is a bonus for Arsenal, and that definitely means that Arsenal could be in a better position without Casemiro in. I had a few tweets, people tweeting saying Casemiro had to decide between Arsenal, between continuing with the Crystal Palace game and also facing Thomas Partey, and he had to go for the other option and to continue with the game with Crystal Palace and not face. That was a bit of a joke from, I think that was Arsenal fans trying to make a bit of a joke about the yellow card that turned red. It's a yellow card, but definitely that was a direct red card. So if you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe. And I have to say thank you. My name is Abu Kals, and this is the Arsenal chapter, where I bring to you the latest information straight as it is. We do watch-alongs here, bring hosts here. We host different players and things like that. And I can see, let me go a bit in the comment section. I can see somebody has commented, and that's Paul Wabomba. Paul Wabomba is saying Arsenal will win Manchester United 2-1. Thank you, Paul Wabomba, for being part of this podcast, and make your point, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss it on whatever we've got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Arsenal related, right here at the Arsenal chapter with me, your host, Abu Kals. I'm more than happy to bring to you the latest right about here. So as I've been telling you, there must be a few things that have to be done for Arsenal to make sure that they can win, they can beat Manchester United. As I have told you, it is going to be a tight game. It's going to be a tight game, for both clubs. Arsenal is not going to have it easy because Manchester United are on form and Arsenal is also on terrific form. Both clubs are playing well. Both clubs are winning games in, out. Every game is being won by the clubs, and actually one of them has to fall. Then when it comes to that game, definitely one has to fall. There are chances of a draw. I must say there are chances of a draw, but possibly Arsenal will be in a better position of winning this. Let's see. I can still see in the comment section, Riem Molawo saying Arsenal for Manchester United in nil. Thank you, Mulao, for being part of this. Just what you need to do is to subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on whatever we've got to bring to you as long as it is sports and as long as it is Arsenal related, we're definitely dedicated to bring to you the latest. So we're definitely talking about a few things that Arsenal should do to make sure they can secure the 3 points from Manchester United. How simple, how easy is this going to be? Is it going to be a tough one or is it going to be quite complicated for Arsenal? All you need to do is to subscribe, as I'm more than happy to bring to you everything straight as it is. So, are we also going to be digging deep into who is going to play and who is definitely not going to play, what we think, and the predicted lineups in this. And I think I should bring to you that, and you get to know. So you can see the starting 11 for Arsenal right there, and starting 11 for Manchester United, and whom do we think is definitely going to be starting on this game, and who is not going to be starting on this game. So you can let us know again what you think in the comment section, so that you do not miss it on whatever we've got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Arsenal related. We are definitely dedicated to bring to you the latest about this. Anyway, I think let's get deep. Let's get deep into this, and we see. Sorry, I got my laptop here trying to. On my laptop trying to see who is on, who is definitely on. So Aaron Ramsdale being in the goal, that definitely means that Manchester United are in big trouble. Manchester United could be in big trouble with Aaron Ramsdale being in the goal, because he's a wonderful one. He's proved that he can do the best for the club, and definitely I think the fact that Aaron Ramsdale is in there, that definitely proves quite a lot. And this is the predicted starting 11 for Arsenal. Anyway, I can see Emma TV Show. I see Emma TV Show saying, Arsenal fans, stay calm, just wait. Anyway, let's go on. I can see still in the defense section there will be Ben White, Saliba, and Gabriel plus Zinchenko, who are brilliant ones, and I think that formation should be capable of. Other formation, the defense section should be capable of stopping the likes of who is in the defense section, who is in the striking section of Manchester United. Let me see, of Wout Weghorst, who is very dangerous. If you definitely watched the World Cup, you saw how dangerous a football player Wout Weghorst can be. So at the defense section, I think the defense section is definitely sorted. There is nothing more. I think that there's nothing more that Arsenal can do to make sure that they can stop this gentleman, apart from bringing Ben White, William Saliba, Gabriel, and Alexander Zinchenko. So they're brilliant players, they're okay players, and I like them. I think that defense section will definitely be done. It will be a great one over there. So let's see who is in the midfield. There is Partey, there is Granit Xhaka, and then there is Martin Odegaard. Watching from Zambia, that's Dennis. Thank you, Dennis, for being part of this. That's Dennis Danielson Phil, watching from Zambia. Thank you. Then I can see Dennis again saying, we are beating Manchester United 3-1, looking out for Partey and Saka. Then Emma TV Shop saying, Arsenal fans are staying calm. Thank you. Thank you, everybody who's commenting. Keep the comments coming in so that we can definitely always have an interaction right here at the Arsenal chapter with me, your host Abu Carls, and share the video to those who actually want to watch it, and all Arsenal fans can definitely watch this. Anyway, let's go on, and we see possibly Granit Xhaka. We've talked about Granit Xhaka, who's in the midfield. Let's see who is in the midfield, who could probably be in the midfield. The midfield could probably have Granit Xhaka, Martin Odegaard, and Bukayo Saka. Then also Martinelli, and that is a good one. That's quite a great one, and I think the combination of the players is a very wonderful one. And then I think who Manchester United should fear the most is Saka and Martin Odegaard. Saka and Martin Odegaard are on terrific form. They've been playing quite brilliantly. They've been playing very well, and I think what they are doing is definitely the best. Anyway, make it a point to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on what if we've got to bring to you, as long as it is Arsenal related. Right here, the Arsenal chapter with me, your host Abu Kals, as I'm more than interested to bring to you the latest right about here. And then Eddie Nketiah being the sole striker, possibly. Eddie Nketiah. What do you think about Eddie Nketiah? Do you think he is going to manage beating Manchester United? It didn't get here. I've got a few. I know he's a good football player, but I've got a few issues with Eddie Nketiah. I think Arsenal should be looking at getting another striker. He is a good one. He's a good one, but Arsenal need a better striker than Eddie Nketiah in case they want to stay on top of the Premier League. Because I don't think he's as competitive as Gabriel Jesus. And the fact that Gabriel Jesus is definitely out for quite a long period of time, that definitely means that a lot has to be done. A lot has to be done. Quite a lot has definitely to be done. And the general transfer window is here. And that means that Arsenal should go on and sign a few football players. And as per now, Arsenal hasn't signed any football player, not even one. And I can confirm to you that nobody has been signed as yet. But there are few players that are being looked at in this general transfer window. But what we're talking about is not the general transfer window, mainly talking about. We'll come with another live video about the general transfer window. But right about now, we are definitely talking about a match that is going to be happening in the weekend, and that's Arsenal. I will definitely be playing Manchester United, and it's going to be a wonderful one. Anyway, so I've told you all about that squad. Let's see who should Arsenal get worried about. Whom should they know that if given chance is going to score? Who should Arsenal get worried about with Manchester United? So you remember that Wout Weghorst, who is a new football player at Manchester United, made his debut at Crystal Palace. When Crystal Palace was playing Manchester United, Wout Weghorst definitely made his debut. And if you watch the World Cup again, you saw how he managed to play quite well. The Dutch professional, he definitely played very well, and you can see he's a top scorer. He's a top football player, goal scoring machine, and I think he can do much better than what he is definitely doing right about now. And if the club, if Arsenal, if Arsenal are able to stop this gentleman, then that definitely means they could be heading for a win. And let's see, David De Gea, comparing David De Gea to Aaron Ramsdale, both of them are quite very good football players. They are definitely very wonderful goalkeepers. But again, Aaron Ramsdale is inexperienced as compared to David De Gea. David De Gea has quite a lot of experience, and he stands quite a big chance here. As Aaron Ramsdale is a very good runner, he's still young, he doesn't have that experience, but he's proved over the years that he can do much better. He can definitely do much better than he has been doing. He's always challenging himself to different ways on how he can make himself better. So I think comparing the two, that is quite good. Almost equal, but again, David De Gea is one to look at, and possibly the strikers at Arsenal should be thinking possible ways and possible formations on how to penetrate, how to get the ball behind the net of Manchester United, because David De Gea is definitely very terrible, and he can stop as many goals as he can. And that is something that Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, and Eddie Nketiah should put in consideration. And let's see, still in the defense section of Manchester United, it could comprise of Lisandro Martinez and I'm seeing Bruno Fernandes, I'm seeing Rashford, Ericsson, Fred. Anyway, I'm just reading all these that are in there. There is De Gea, there is Martinez, Bruno Fernandes, there is Marcus Rashford, Ericsson, Fred, Rafael Varane, Anthony, Luke Shaw. I think Anthony and Luke Shaw are the ones that are in the defense section of Manchester United. and then Aaron Wan-Bissaka, defensive midfielder, and yeah, that is the defense. Those three, and Lisandro Martinez. So I think Lisandro Martinez. Lisandro Martinez, then Luke Shaw, Anthony, and Rafael Varane could definitely be the defenders of Manchester United, and Manchester United is definitely going to be looking at this. And then we can see the midfield could comprise of Bruno Fernandes, could comprise of Anthony striking, and I think there might be not big change, but the sole striker they are definitely going to have is Vault Figures. I think Vault Figures is going to be the sole striker that Manchester United is going to have. So I think Arsenal should realize this and look for possible ways in which they can penetrate the defense section and also stop goals entering. Arsenal should look at different ways in which they should stop goals entering the net of Arsenal, as they are going to come. Manchester United are definitely going to come with a big striking force, trying to make sure that they can score as many goals as they can. But in this game, the first club that scores the first goal, that definitely will mean quite a lot in this game, because the first club that scores the first goal will try as level best to make sure that they can extend their lead or even maintain the win. So it will give the opponent team a bit of headache, quite a lot of headache, to make sure they can penetrate the opponent team, because practically looking at how they have been playing, all of them have definitely been playing brilliantly. All of them have been playing quite well. Anyway, I think when I sign out now, I think I will not have done bad, and I think I should thank everybody for who's been part of this. And my name is Abu Kals, is the United chapter, and make it a point to subscribe and ring that notification bell, and we meet in yet another video. Thank you and goodbye for now.